Hi guys, welcome back, and we're going to be going through the kettlebell clean and press with you today. Okay, so there's a slight difference when you're doing a pressing movement with a kettlebell, obviously because of the shape of the bell. Target some different areas in the body as well. I would advocate that people added kettlebell presses into their program, and they will find a few more benefits. Definitely your lats get a bit more of a workout, and because of this positioning of the rack, you will start the movement at the front of the body. I find that people get a better range of motion in this when using this piece of equipment. Okay, so first things first, I want you to clean and rack the kettlebell. So we're cleaning it and racking it into the chest. Now to warm up your shoulders and just to get you used to having that load above the head, I want you to cheat press, okay? I want you to get two hands on the bell, and you're gonna drive that bell up so that your arm is in a lockout position, okay? Once it's up there and you feel stable, you can let go with that hand, okay? So a few pointers here. You want your arm completely locked out, okay? So that means that your elbow isn't half bent here, okay? So this is locked out, this is not locked out, all right? So elbow is locked out. The second thing that we're looking for is that your bicep or your elbow is not too far away from your ear, okay? So we want to avoid trying to end our presses like this. People often press weights that they're maybe not ready to press yet, and they finish reps halfway out and over here. So we're plagued with shoulder injuries. So we want to get the shoulder in a strong position, as strongest position as we can, okay? So we're locking it out above the head, and we are pulling down and switching on here, okay? So we're pulling this muscle here down, yeah? So try and avoid lifting that shoulder out of the socket. So lock the shoulder in, hold it above the head, 3 more counts here, and then we're gonna go back into the rack position and place that bell down on the ground. Okay, we're gonna try that on the other arm now, okay? So when you're pressing kettlebells and you're new to pressing kettlebells, this is usually one of the weakest positions. So I'm going through this cheat press with you so that if you can't press your kettlebell yet, you can use this cheat press in the workout today, all right? Okay, so we're gonna swing, clean, and rack our kettlebell. So in the rack position, from here, we're gonna drive that bell up above the head. I'm going to cue myself. Is my shoulder out of the socket? Yes, it is. I'm going to pull it down, okay? So in that locked out position, we're just going to hang here for a few seconds. We're just going to hold it, okay? 3, 2, 1. Drive back down into the rack and then place it down on the ground. Okay, so that's your cheat press, okay? That's in a waiter's hold, so as if you're a waiter holding something above your head. So you can use that movement in today's workout. The other part of the press that I want you to think of today is when you've got the bell above the head in that locking position, I want you to think about this being a full body movement, okay? It's not just about shoulders, it's about switching on core as always and glutes. So we're gonna get down into a power plank. Power plank, which we've done in some of the other workouts, as you'll know, is switching the whole body on, tensing everything so it's nice and strong, okay? So difficult to move, you shouldn't be wobbling about too much, and you're gonna drop down onto the ground there. Okay, so hopefully that's not exhausted you too much doing that power plank. At the top of your press, I want you to think about getting into that power plank position. Switching muscles on in other areas of your body will help you get that bell above your head when you're coming into pressing. So start thinking about your glutes helping. So it might sound strange, but if you activate your glutes when you're struggling to get that bell up, it can give you that little extra boost. Same with the abs. As soon as we're placing any weight above the head, we're kicking our abs in there. So getting that tension on the abs, really beneficial. So that's why we're adding in a power plank in our workout today. So let's just practice one press with our kettlebell. We're gonna rack the bell into our chest, and we're gonna free this other hand. We're gonna drive just with one side alone. Okay, off we go. So we're gonna press. You can pop the head through, check, switched on, shoulders locked down, and then we're gonna drive that bell back into the chest. Okay, we're gonna swing, change, hands at the top, into the rack, ready for a press on the opposite side. Big deep breath in, power plank, press above the head, pop that shoulder down. Okay, driving back into the rack and swing, place the bell down on the ground. Excellent stuff. So we're going to build up a little complex, helping you to build up and track where you're at with your presses. We're going to start with a clean and press on the right hand side. We're going to hold it in that lockout position for 3 counts. Back down into your chest. We're going to swing, change arms, hold it at the top, back down into the chest. We're then going to go into a power plank, switch everything on, 10 breaths. We're then going to repeat that, but repeating the presses twice, okay? So twice on each side, we're going to ladder those presses up, all right? So we're going to increase the presses over every set that we do, all right? So you're going to make a note of where you get up to, and as always, tracking the progress. Next time you do it, you're going to try and beat that score. Okay, we ready to go? So we're going to do this for as long as you need to. I've put 4 minutes on the clock, but you can do this until you get to the point where your form is going, okay? So if you think, I can't press anymore after 4 reps, that's where the set ends, all right? You could then maybe ladder back down. So you could go to 3 reps. You're holding that weight above the head, 3 counts, switching the body on, back into the rack. Okay, let's get down on the ground, ready for that power plank. So remember to breathe, short, sharp breaths through this power plank. Remember, we're focusing on our core here, pushing our forearms down into the ground and switching on our glutes, okay? Once you've done your 10 breaths, getting ready to go again. So this set, we're gonna go for 2 repetitions, okay? So we're gonna clean, we're gonna rack the bell. So we've got that rack position, pressing 1, and down into the chest, and 2, ready for that 3 count hold. 3, 2, 1, and back into the chest. Brilliant work. Okay, we're gonna swing, change, into the rack position. We're gonna press above the head for 1 count, slow and controlled, back into that rack. And 2 counts, hold it in place, posture check. And down we go, into the rack. Try and keep that downward phase, so the downward movement, slow and controlled, okay? If you are cheat pressing, I'll let you go through your power plank first. So we're gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, ready for 3 repetitions now. Okay, so I'm gonna talk you through a few pointers if you're cheat pressing, which is a great way to build up your pressing strength. So we've got 2 hands on the bell, we've cheat pressed it up, we've slowly lowered back down, okay? 2 hands on the bell, cheat pressed up, we've slowly lowered back down. 2 hands on the bell, cheat pressed up, and we're holding it for 3 counts. Okay, so that little combination of movements is gonna help you on the next set or the next time that you do presses. You're slowly lowering and controlling that movement down on the lowering phase. It's gonna build up your strength. You might not feel it at the time, but all of these little tricks of the trade, they all count over time. So don't feel bad if you cheat pressing on every set. It's definitely an exercise that is not always everyone's strongest. Okay, are we ready for 4 repetitions? So if you're still with us on this and you're going for 4 repetitions, good for you. If you've not got to 4, you're stopping wherever you've got to, okay? So if you stopped at 3, that's no problem. That's 3 done. And 4, we're gonna hold that last one in, okay? So hold it up, few counts, rest it there. You're just really getting some strength developed in that position, that overhead position. Okay, 4 on the opposite side. And once you've got to your last one, you're gonna hold and count 3 breaths, slowly controlled, back into your chest. And we're gonna go down into a power plank. Beautifully done. Okay, so these power planks, they do count every time. I wouldn't have them in every single workout that you do, but they're definitely beneficial to switch everything on. Okay, we're gonna go into our last set. So 5 reps if we can now, okay? So starting from the rack, power plank, squeeze. We can squeeze our opposite hand if we need to. If we're struggling, squeeze a fist. It connects the body, it helps us, I promise. Okay, after that 5th rep, you're gonna hold up at the top, 3 count. lock in. Excellent. Down, change arms. We're gonna finish on 5. And place that bell down on the ground. Great pressing, folks, well done.